All right, howdy y'all. On this episode, we're just starting off where we left off and just showing you a few clips here of putting the pine tongue and groove up on that back wall where the cabinet's going to go. And there is a rough in of the hot water heater. I decided I'm not going to put it there permanently. I'm actually going to put it on the opposite side of the wall, and because I didn't want to drill another hole in the ceiling for it. But I don't mind putting a few holes in the wall. They'll be smaller just for the couple PEX lines and maybe the gas line, and that's it. So, and plus it'll just give me room in the closet there to, put more stuff and hang some clothes in there, where if I had the hot water heater in there, it would basically be only for that. So that's what I decided. So it's still in there like this for now, so we'll see if I end up really doing that. But that's the plan. So then we move over to the kitchen and bathroom wall, and I was going to paint that. I did a lot of sanding there, but then I decided I ended up really liking the pine tongue groove look, so we just went with that. And I was on a roll that night, and as I came around to do the smaller sections on the bathroom door area, I ran out of pin nails, but so I just kept cutting the wood, and that's how it looks when you don't have anything to fasten them up there. But we kept going, but ended up getting some nails, and so yeah, it's good to go now. And then we'll move over to the left and look at the remnants of the old cabinet that was there. And I took what I could and used them as templates and used some fresh wood, and then started constructing the cabinet the way I wanted. And you can see that the old drawer is the same size, and then I put the new tongue and groove pieces there, but underneath that tongue and groove I did put a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, so that when I put the wood stove up there, it'd have something to bite into and keep it stable. So I didn't have a picture of it, but it's under there. And then just a rough end of the 3 pull drawers down below, and just above the pull drawers there's a new cubby there. On the previous iteration, when you open the top swing open drawer, it just had a deeper well for hanging longer clothes and whatnot. But I decided that I wanted extra space instead, so I put a floor above that, and yeah, so that one worked out pretty well as well. And an almost finished picture there. And we'll just kind of move over to one shot of the wheel well in the kitchen section, and you can just see that there's some silver tape back there, and that's just window flashing tape. So when I put the wheel well cover back on there, if I'm driving in the rain or something wet, it'll splash up onto that sill tape and not soak into open plywood. So hopefully that'll head off any future rot. Then we're just checking out the sunset from the hole in the roof where the old and beautiful fan and vent are, which you can see here, and old and in with the new here with the Max Air fan. Just a rough fit. I still have to wire it up. I did finish in around it, but yeah, the wires still need to be hooked up. And then here's one clip coming up of the only video I have in this video of just how I did some abatements of the mold in the cabinet. So check that out here. I haven't done an update in a while. You can see I got the bed roughed in here and the couch roughed in. But at the moment I'm finally tackling this black mold issue. It's not, I swear I've at least done some kind of cleaner on it. It just never went away, but I just soaked it in vinegar, which is supposedly supposed to get down to the roots of mold. Unlike bleach, just gets the surface. So hopefully we can get it out. I did do this side already. It wasn't as moldy as the other, but it did significantly cut it down. So let's see if I can get these sides clean too. Then I'll put some Kills primer in there and then paint it, and then probably insulate it, cover it up anyway. But let's get it out of there so it doesn't proliferate if I do cover it with something. All right, and then we'll go show some work that I did outside. And this is just the front cabinet face for the couch that used to be just behind the driver's seat, and I just rebuilt the front face of it and decided to put the tongue and groove on that as well. Roughed in the door face, which I will be painting. But yeah, I didn't do the cube part of it because I did cut it in half because it's just going to be a section for electrical and no longer a couch. But then we'll go over to the other side, and this is the couch frame for where the water storage tank is and the water pump will be. Just kind of did some reinforcing around there. I was able to use most of the old wood, and it didn't have a drawer front on that one previously, but the bed frame had 2 drawers, but I'm only going with one big one on that one, so I had an extra drawer front. So I ended up putting that on this one, and again with the pine tongue and groove fronts. Then we'll move over to just one shot here. It's just what you're seeing there is the drawer pull rails. This is just the ones where it's just in the centerpiece, not sides, but they were splitting and seen better days, so just glued them and clamped them, and they're working good as new. Then we'll go over to the few of the old drawer faces. Some of them were in okay shape. I just sanded them for getting ready for paint. A couple of them were kind of delambing, so I ended up taking them off, sanding a little bit, and then used some wood glue, and then used some pin nails to hold them in place. So it's not as nice looking as a finish because there's little dimples in from all the pin nails, but hopefully that'll keep them from delaminating in the future. And this one had a little broken piece on the top of the drawer, and you can see a little piece of wood there, so I ended up gluing that and fixing that one. I still have one that's broken, but I couldn't find a little wood piece to fix it, so that 1 out of 2 wasn't so bad to fix. But just use my good wood glue and sand or sawdust trick here to fill in some dents and dings on the drawers. And then over on the kitchen, or not the kitchen, the bathroom door, same thing. Just mixed up some sawdust and wood glue, and you can see at the bottom of the door there it was pretty hammered, so just filled it in like Bondo, sanded it up, and then we put some nice off-white paint on it. You can see at the bottom there looks fairly decent now. So yeah, so hope everybody had a happy new year, or start to the new year. And we'll just throw it out here with a picture of my old girl Penny when she was much younger. I think this is from 2014 when things were a lot simpler. But all right, hope you all had a Merry Christmas and have a great new year. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.